read that recipe. For the crust, you need 1 1/4 cup granola, 2 to 4 tablespoons fruit juice concentrate or water, depending on the sweetness of the granola, or you can use a graham cracker crust. For the filling, you need a 12-ounce box of Mori Nu firm tofu, 1/4 cup cornstarch, 1 1/2 cups crushed pineapple with the juice, a 1/4 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 1 tablespoon vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon salt. For the topping, you need 1/2 cup of dried cranberries, 1 1/2 cups frozen strawberries, fresh might work as well, and a 1/3 cup frozen strawberries.
Okay, and that could also be fresh, the final one. Could also be fresh or frozen.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay, this cheesecake is mildly sweet. It's not overpowering sweet, so it's very nice after a meal, just to end with that. And it's very nice because it's a blend and bake. Another easy one. We don't have
stirring
to,
on
no
the stove.
stirring. We're not into stirring. All right, so we're going to, today, we'll go ahead and use a store-bought graham cracker crust.
Nice.
You could grind up granola in your blender, grind it fine, and add a little fruit juice to it, and then just press it in. If you're going to use the homemade granola crust, then I would suggest that spread it evenly on your bottom and come up the sides, but not all the way up, because when the pie bakes, you might burn the edge of the granola.
Yes. Okay.
So you don't want that to stick out. You would want your creamy filling to actually go a little over that edge. But for this one, this is going to be great.
We're using just a graham cracker crust, which is perfect.
That's right, works perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put our firm silken tofu. Again, for a sweet dessert, I think that the Mori Nu or the silken type tofu is absolutely better.
I agree.
The water-packed tofu would have a much stronger flavor.
This is less flavor, and I think it's a lot creamier, smoother.
Good point. Texture means a lot.
It does.
All right, and then this is the major part of our sweetener, some crushed pineapple.
Nice.
So put that in there. Very sweet and delicious. And then we have some sugar.
Good.
And really, sugar is sugar. Some might be bleached, but you always, even if it's a healthier version, you still want to be careful and not eat too much.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Moderation is good.
Moderation. We have a little lemon juice here.
This is fresh squeezed?
This one is not.
Okay,
But
so you
fresh
can do
squeeze is
either.
wonderful, yes. And that just gives a little bit of pop to the flavor.
It does.
Brings it out. Small amount of salt there. And then we have some vanilla, and I'm using a clear vanilla. Not absolutely essential, but it is nice.
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep things nice and white. And then our cornstarch, and this will thicken up.
When it bakes.
When it bakes, yes. No stirring.
Nice.
All right. So we will go ahead and blend this until it is creamy.
Don't you love a Vitamix? It makes
do.
such short work of that. Just
It really
knocks
does.
it out.
It's beautiful.
It is indeed.
All right. And then we're just going to pour this into the pie crust.
Yay! Nice.
Oh,
Yummy.
yes.
Fills it up really well.
It's just about perfect, isn't it?
It is. Perfect
Yes.
size.
And then we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and we'll bake it for about 45 or 50 minutes.
Okay. You need me to rinse this here?
We need that rinsed for the topping. And you see there's some nice air bubbles in there that I think that actually adds to the consistency and the texture of the pie itself. Now this is not like a New York style cheesecake, which is very, very heavy. It's more of a lighter version of the cheesecake, but it still has a nice creaminess and a very nice mouthfeel and texture with this. And I think the graham cracker crust is an extra special treat. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we would go ahead and bake this and then let it cool. And it's going to puff up just a little bit when it bakes, and then as it cools, it'll thicken. That will give it a little bit more of the density of the cheesecake.
Nice.
All right, now for our topping,
Would you refrigerate before we put the topping on? You want it completely chilled and firm?
I think it's nice if you can do that. And actually, if you like the look of just the cheesecake as it is, then you could just spoon your topping on as you serve each piece, or you can put it on the whole pie like we've done today.
I like it.
Okay. So now we have dried cranberries, and we just took some frozen strawberries, put them on top of the dried cranberries, and as the strawberries defrost, that fluid softens up your cranberries, and the cranberries in turn have some sugar in them, and that sweetens up your strawberries. So we've got a, what do they call it, a symbiotic relationship here? Okay. And then we just want to blend this up to make a smooth, creamy sauce. And you could also play with this recipe. If you don't like dried cranberries, you could use dried pineapple.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, and if you don't mind the color and you prefer dates, you could actually use dates as well. So you have a little option there. And they would all taste excellent, but the colors would change. I particularly like the cranberry because it enhances that red.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. All right, now in your blender, you just want to go ahead and taste that again for the consistency. If the cranberries are still a little grainy, blend a little longer.
And then these fresh strawberries, because we're going to go to your address here, these fresh strawberries you would add to the sauce.
Add to the sauce just to give a little texture on the top of the pie,
like it.
and then put it on.
And we have one finished here, which we'll cut at the end and I'll take a bite of. But I love that. It looks fabulous. Good. With the fresh garnish of the strawberry and the orange.
That's my team. They did a great job.
They did indeed. So what we want to do right now is go to the contact information for Leslie. If you are interested in any of the recipes in this cookbook, you want to get this cookbook for yourself. If you are interested in having her come to your area to hold one of these cooking schools that she's so good at, or if you want tips or information, here is the way that you can contact Leslie for yourself. We have Facebook and website as well.
If you've enjoyed this program and would like to invite Leslie to do a health seminar in your area, please take down her contact information. If you'd like to purchase her cookbook, The Garden Menu, just call her at area code 731-798-1106. That's 731-798-1106. You may also email her at leslie.caza@gmail.com. spelled leslie.caza@gmail.com. If you'd like to write to her, you may do so at Leslie Caza, 4204 Jackson Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee 38128.